right, Coach. So just overall, your overall reactions, impressions of the match today, performance.
Yeah, I thought it's a tough one. Obviously, we didn't win the football game, which is always the objective. So in that regards, we failed to meet the objective. The guys did well. For the majority of the game, they played a good game, but good is not good enough for us in this league. Thought the first half we did well defensively, stuck to the game plan, and created a few chances as well. Didn't execute in the key moments, and at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. In the key moments, when we get our chances, are we putting them away? And we didn't. They got one chance, their first chance, and they buried it. And that's what the game came down to. And really, that's what our season comes down to right now.
Why do you think the match played out how it did tactically? You know, I know before the game we talked about the control they usually have. They like to have the ball.
hmm
It was pretty different today than some of our past meetings with them. Why did it sort of play out that way? You know?
Yeah, we wanted to set up a little bit differently defensively. We wanted to have a little bit more control in the midfield, and I thought we did that for the most part. So we tried to get their sixes off the ball. So we forced them to play a little bit longer passes, which worked out for the most part. Denying the half space, the guys did that for majority of the game. And again, yes, good job by the guys, but it wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. At the end of the day, I would much prefer to give him 80% possession, and then we win the game 2-0. So I think that's just where we are right now. We've made progress defensively. We're more organized, um, and going forward, we're still creating chances, but we're not finishing in key moments. So that's that's kind of the next step for us that we need to make.
And did you get a good look at the penalty appeal in the first half, the challenge on Alex in the box?
Yes, I mean, I thought that was a penalty from my angle. Again, I know the referee has a different angle and he's right there. But when a player goes through, wipes two legs out to get to the football, then that for me, that's a clear penalty. And so obviously he was there and he had a different point of view. So, and it's his call. But I thought that was a penalty. Again, we get those calls, it changed the game. But those are things that we have to live with.
And one positive on the night too is Alexis's debut. What can you say about his progress and what that means for him kind of getting into the fold?
Yeah, I thought um, for Ale was good for him to come in and obviously get his debut at home in front of our fans. Not the result we wanted as a team, and I'm sure for him, he would have preferred for us to win the game as well. But I think it's good for him to get a taste of what it's like in MLS Next Pro and what it's like playing at Finley. And yeah, came in and did well, what we expected. So that's kind of for us is the goal is to continue to build him and the other guys into the team as we continue to progress in our season.
And obviously, the hardest thing in the game is scoring goals. So finishing, but going back to that, what are some ways that you and the staff are going to sort of approach that, improvement on finishing?
Yeah, that's been the story of our season so far. We're quite inefficient right now, believe it or not, with the amount of goals that we've scored. We're creating tons of chances, but I think it's just the decision making and the kind of shots that we're taking that we need to work on to make sure that we're improving our chances to score goals. We had 32 touches in their box tonight. They had 17. We had 10 double digit shots tonight, and I believe double digits on target as well. Um, but at the end of the day, it's you have to put the ball in the back of the net. So I think it's a combination of decision making and just the kind of shots that we're taking that we need to work on to improve our efficiency there.
And lastly, Miami away on Friday. What's going to be important from now until then, in order to have a successful response?
Yeah, for us, it's making sure that number one, we have the right combination of players going into the game. Um, we'll play on Friday, and then we travel, so we have one less day to prepare for the game than we usually would, and then we have the travel as well. So making sure that we're looking on guys to see where they are, their readiness and fatigue, and then obviously guys that are coming back from injury and guys that are coming into the team like Ale that are you know good players that will elevate us. So yeah, we just have to sit down and just kind of make sure that we have the right combination of players going into that game. So um, think we're in a good spot from a team perspective. We just have to start getting the results now to get our season back on track.
Anything that we didn't talk about you think is important to mention?
Yeah, I mean, just it's like I always say to the guys, it's hard to win football games. It's like playing a chess game, and sometimes you have to wait it out. You try to make your tactic, and it doesn't work out tonight for us. I thought again the guys did well for the most part. We just didn't execute in the key moments. So for us, we continue to progress. It's working on our final execution and our end product. And then we have to limit it at the back. So we'll continue to work at it on the training pitch. And the goal is to continue to progress the team into hopefully a playoff spot at the end of the season. So, yeah, we're still on track. Obviously, disappointing to lose at home in front of our fans. I think that's not acceptable, if you ask me. So that's definitely something that we need to work on and take a look in the mirror as well when we go back next week.